Part 4 of how to make your sunburst granny square bag. In this video you will learn how to make your handle and attach it to your bag. There are loads of different ways you can do this. You could do a chain the length you want your handle and half double crochet or double crochet into it, attach it at either side. You can even buy bag straps with clips on either end that you could just clip to your bag. I like to use a kind of crocheted cord because it is nice and strong. So I'll show you how I did that. So for the strap, if we take a look at this one that I've already made, I did this really nice looking crochet type cord. It doesn't stretch, so when you're wearing the bag, it's not going to get kind of weighed down. Now I double stranded this to make it nice and chunky, but to start with I'm going to show you with just one strand, and you can then decide if you want to give it a go and give it this nice chunky look and double strand it. You want to take the yarn colour that we want for our strap. It's completely up to you what you use, and we are going to make a slip knot however you want. Pop that onto our hook, and then we are going to chain 2, and we are going to do a US single crochet in that very first chain. So not this one, but that first one that we did. So yarn, insert our hook, yarn over, put up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. And you don't want to do these stitches too tight. If you have to, you can actually go up a hook size for this bit. Now, what we want to do is kind of turn this so that the V, the top of that stitch, is facing us, and we're going to go under this little lump at the back here. So this is actually the top of our stitch, like I say, facing up, loop there. We're going underneath this loop. Can be a little bit tricky. There. And then we're going to yarn over and do just a normal US single crochet. Put up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Now this is definitely a trust the process kind of thing, because this just doesn't look like anything, does it? But again, turn your work so that the V is facing us. So that's the top of the stitch we've just done. And again, from now on, there are going to be 2 loops on the left of that V. And you want to go underneath both of those loops. It can be a little bit tricky. Both of those loops, and then do a single crochet as normal. So pull through both of those loops, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops on your hook. And we're just going to repeat that. Turn it towards us again. That's the top of that stitch, and the 2 loops, see the 2 loops there at the bottom on the left hand side, underneath those 2 loops, yarn over and pull up a loop. Ooh. Through those 2, ooh. Yarn over and pull through 2, and again turn under these 2 loops. Like I say, if you're finding that you're doing it a bit too tight and you're struggling, you can go up a hook size. There we go. Pull through those 2 loops. And then I'm just going to work up a bit further, and you can see what it looks like once you've repeated that a few times. So here we go. As I say, you've got to trust the process. Once you've got a little bit worked up, you can see you get this really nice braided effect. Nice and strong, doesn't stretch. And you can use it like this. You can just do the single strand. It is perfectly strong enough to use for your bag. If you do want the chunkier look, I'll show you so you compare. All you need to do is double up, use 2 strands instead, and you will just get a slightly chunkier handle. So at this point all you need to do is keep going. So turn again, V there, 2 loops to the left, underneath those, pull up a loop, oops, yarn over and pull through 2. Keep doing that exact thing until you have got the length that you want for your bag handle. So go ahead and do that, and then I will show you how I attach them to the bag. So I've got my cord pretty much to the length that I would like it. I'm just going to do one final one, and then I'm going to fasten off. I've already cut my yarn actually. But there we go. So now we want to attach it to our bag. To attach our handles, what I'm going to do is actually kind of try and sit it inside, because I think that looks the nicest way to do it. So what I'm going to do is thread my needle, and then we're going to go inside the bag. If you look here, here are the back of a couple of the stitches in the corner. So I'm going to go underneath those, and then I'm going to come back up. I'm going to miss a few of the threads and kind of come back up as if I'm weaving in my end. So don't come back up directly where you've just come out of, because otherwise you'll just pull it straight back through. So back up there, and then I'm going to come up through the middle of this cord, kind of in the middle of the V. Again, pull it tight, and then this middle stitch that is around the top, you see that's one of the single crochets you put around the top. I'm going to come underneath that. I want this kind of to be secured in a few different places, and then I'm going to go back down through the middle of my cord, pull it nice and tight, and then you won't see your stitches anyway, and then back to the inside. I'm going to go through as many stitches as I can. So I've gone through one just below where I came through my cord, and then back underneath those single crochets. Pull it nice and tight. So if I just hold that there, if you pull that, that is a really, really strong join. Sewing is not my forte, but this is how I do it. And then what I'm going to do is pick a loop just to go underneath. Don't pull it all the way through. Leave this loop. Put my needle through there. Pull it nice and tight. And I'm going to do that once more as well, just because this is the handle of a bag. If this is going to get used a lot, I really want it to be nice and secure. So there we go. Nice, really strong join, and then I am going to just weave in my end as I normally would. So I'll do that, and then we'll come back to have a look. So there we go. Sewed in my end. Got a nice, really strong join. So we've gone through a few different places, and then I've weaved in my end at the back there, and that is not going anywhere. So now what you want to do is make sure you've not twisted your cord. Run it through your fingers so that we can come over to this side, and we're going to repeat the process. So we go under the back of those single crochets, and so on, as we did before. And there is your finished Sunburst granny square bag. Now this is a really great base kind of pattern to go ahead and even design your own bag. You can use whatever square you like. You could even make it bigger or smaller. You can add whatever border you want. You can use any handle you like, endless amounts of colour combinations. So let me know how you get on, and I would love to see if you end up doing your own design.